pretty, you know, mind my own business, no shame.
I am living with no fear, moving myself from here to here. I elevate.
Dumelang Bagolo, hello and hi, and welcome back to my channel. It's such a pleasure to have you back. First things first, I just want to say that I am proud of me. I am proud because I'm actually sticking to what I said I'm going to do. I hope you guys are doing well. For those who don't know me, Lina Lakake Kamkhalo Africa Sakhamani, and welcome, darling, to the multiverse. So today is going to be a very interesting video because it's one of the laws that I know actually work, because I've put it into practice in my own life with small things, right? But we're going bigger here. Like the last video when I said, you know, it really does matter what we believe about ourselves. I think this is one of them, or one of the spaces where as people we don't really take into consideration. Before I get right into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because we are going to road to 10,000 subscribers. I'm very happy to be here. Let's start with the song of the day. You know, I actually thought this would be cool to introduce because music is literally the soundtrack to my life. I have a soundtrack to my life. There's a lot going on. So I love music, man. And the song of the day today, would be by Black Coffee from the Music is King album, and I'm gonna put it here. It is called Ilala, featuring Monde. I think his name is Monde, but absolutely amazing vocalist. Absolutely, that song is like spiritual. It hits the places, it does the things that need to be done. So I'm gonna be adding song of the day because why not, you know, we have vibes over here. So as you would have seen by the title, today's video we're going to be talking about the vacuum law of prosperity. And what does that mean? What is the vacuum law of prosperity? So let me start off by saying this. Like, have you ever noticed that when you're praying or you're talking to Papa God, or you're always asking for stuff, right? Like, I know I'm one of those people. I'm always asking for stuff. Papa God, I need a new this. Papa God, I need a new that, right? Also, I believe in being very specific in your prayers. So be specific with Papa God. He'll give you exactly what you want, or what you need, rather. Let me not even go there. That's another conversation. But we're always asking for stuff, but are you making room for the things that you're asking for? Is the whole concept of the vacuum law of prosperity. As a law, it pretty much states that when you're looking to receive something, it makes sense to make room for it, right? Because in the universe, or in the nature, in the nature of things, in the nature that we live in here on this realm, nature cannot exist in just a vacuum, right? It's not like space, like outside of the universe. Space can be space, it's a vacuum, but in nature there's always something that has to be placed in space of something else, right? The law pretty much states that the law of vacuum is you removing the things that you have no use for anymore, removing the relationships you have no use for, the attachment you have no use for, to make space for what you have asked for, right? Easily we ask for Papa God to make provision for us for our finances, but this is an example, especially for me. Have you removed all of the debts you need to clear? You know, how are you asking for provision of something new when you haven't removed what what would pose as an obstacle to that new wealth, for example, right? We're pretty much just talking about that and what that means for us as people. I feel like also we have a tendency as humans to be hoarders. We hold on to things that are past the expiration dates or that are past due date, right? We always want to see the longevity of things, which is a great thing, but for things that have no use, for things that serve no purpose anymore, there is no need to be holding on. And another very important principle of this universe is the ability to let go. I've seen it in my own life, right? All of the things that I held on to the most are the things that I had to let go of at some point. I'll make examples. I was in a very long-term relationship, and I struggle to let go of the idea of my life without this particular person, right? But I then came to the realization, or not even just me, but the Holy Spirit put it in my heart to say, if you're holding on to this, how am I going to give you what you've been asking for? How am I going to give you what you deserve if you can't remove the thing that is attaching you to your past, right? And things like that are very important as people. So I really think we need to reevaluate what it is in our lives that needs to be removed, what it is we need to let go of, so that we can make room for what God has for us, because He's literally always said in His word that His plans are to prosper us. So if we don't believe that God's plans are to prosper us, we'll hold on to things that need to go, or that need to stay in a past season, and we'll move into them we'll move with those things, into a new season. And the problem is that when you move in with old things into a new season, it starts becoming a problem. Do you see what I mean? Old things are setbacks, old things are attachments, and in a new season you need to have new things. Steve Harvey was talking, he loves making this example of when he was younger, and he always used to tell his mom, Mama, I'm going to buy a new car. His mom would say, hey, there's one in the garage, with them bricks. So start there, you know what I mean? So you should check out those videos by Steve Harvey, and that's exactly the example of the vacuum law of prosperity, right? At work, it's once he removed the old car that was on bricks and cleared out space for the one that he had been wanting, 2 weeks after he got it, right? So it's just being cognizant of the things in our lives that need to be cleared out, so that we can make space and room for what exactly God has planned for us, right? I'm a big believer in letting go, because I want to tell you something. Like I have attachment issues. I have some serious attachment issues, and because of that, I find myself holding on to relationships, friendships, just things that were not beneficial for me anymore, in hopes that I could resuscitate them, right? What is it in your life that you're trying to resuscitate that has already died, that is time for you to throw away? You need to let go. And that's the vacuum law of prosperity. It's really not that complicated, but I wanted us to really be accountable to each other and just hold ourselves accountable. So I decided, in respect of this law, I'm going to be removing things from my life that I am seeking new things from Papa God. So for example, I really want a fresh new set of friendships in my life. Look, I have 1 or 2 close friends, although we don't talk much. I'm a very weird person to be a friend with, can I be honest? Like, I'm working on it. That's the one department where it's just hard for me, because I disappear, and not a lot of people know how to deal with that. I disappear, and because I value the time that I spend with myself, and usually I retreat when I'm going through things. So I'm looking for a new set of friendships that can hold me accountable to being a good friend, number one. Just things like that. So I want you to join me. So we'll be keeping each other accountable, and we'll just be checking in on each other on how the law is working out for us. So number one, I'd love a new wardrobe. So I'm going to clear out my cupboard and make space for that. I'd love some new equipment. I'd love, a lot of new things. So just make a list with me. Let's start there. We're gonna make a list. And by the way, in life, mosadi ki channel, munna ki channel. Okay, get yourself a journal, write stuff down. It's a spiritual principle. Habakkuk 2 verse 2 says it clearly. It says, write your vision and make it plain, so that whoever may run towards it. Does it say that? Yes. So that, whoever runs towards it, something like that. Habakkuk 2:2. I'll put it here, because clearly, but write it down. That's the point, right? Write it down. So we'll make a list together. Let's start by making a list of all of the things that we want to see new in our lives, and what are the things that we need to let go of in this season that are holding us back from what Papa God has for us, or has in store for us, or has already given out, but there is no room for those things because we're holding on and we're hoarding, right? thank you guys. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching these videos with me. And I say with me because I'm learning how to navigate this life thing by rewatching some of the things I be saying sometimes, you know, and just keeping myself accountable to those things. So I genuinely appreciate your time. I appreciate your presence here, Bagolo. It's beautiful. And thank you so much for watching the past videos. If you haven't, I'm gonna link down below the playlists that I make as well. I love making playlists, so I'm gonna do that. Today's playlist, and also I'm just gonna throw in some self-love over there. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're being kind to yourself, and you know what, I wish the best for you. Nothing but the best. Peace, love, and happiness. And I pray you figure out who you are, why you're here, and remove anything that is in distraction, or that is a distraction, pardon me, from what God has ordained for you, and remove everything that really is not of service to the call and the purpose that you have for your life. I pray for strength for you and for me to remove all of those things that are blockages and hindrances to what God is trying to do for us in this next season. And yeah, let's keep each other accountable. Talk to me in the comment section. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how the law is working out for you. Let's give ourselves a time frame. We'll do a check-in in a month. Let's see what the law has done for us so far. And it's a law that God created, so let's not even start feeling like that's what, or idolizing it rather. That's what I mean. Yeah, nothing shares a space with Papa God. So these laws are the laws that he created for us to live an abundant life. So I think it's things like that that we need to put into practice. People speak a lot about the law of attraction, and this is part of it, right? The 3 things about the law of attraction is that like attracts like, which is what we discussed in the past video. I will link the video that we spoke about what you believe about yourself as well. You attract what you are, number 1. And number 2, yeah, nature abhors vacuum. Nature always finds a way to bring something in the space of emptiness, right? So removing all of those things that are hindering you from progress, you'll see something that you prayed for and something that you really want will take the space of the thing that you thought you needed the most. So yeah, take the time to really just figure out what it is that you want and what you're looking for in this lifetime, and how we're going to help each other and be accountable to each other about making this life more prosperous. I love you lots, like many gelatuts. You know, remember what I said, run to 10k subbies, not a so yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bagolo, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Friday.
Pretty, no man, no business, no shit.